Hi everyone, Heather here from Felt Mercantile, and we are back for day 17 of our DIY Advent Calendar series. Today we are going to be making a felt strip tied garland. So this is a no-sew project, our first no-sew project in the series. It is one of the easiest projects. Anybody could do this, but it is also the most time consuming. This will take you days, guys. You're going to be working on this for quite a while, depending on the length of garland that you need. So I will show you the materials you'll be needing. You're going to need felt sheets. So you can need the 9 by 12 size. You can use any colors, a mix of colors, whatever you have laying around. I think for this project, it'll probably end up being around $30-ish worth of felt. It is probably around 60 sheets that you're going to be needing, but depending on what length of garland you are looking for. I am making a 60-foot garland for my 7-foot tree. They do recommend that you use 9 or 10 feet per foot of Christmas tree that you have. So you'll definitely be needing a lot of felt. So we have a ton of felt sheets. I'll show you how to cut them in a second. We'll also be needing some twine. You can use rope, yarn, whatever you have. I like the twine because it doesn't slide around too much after I've tied them on. And that's it. That's all you'll need for this project. So first, you'll want to measure out the length of twine that you'll need for the project. I like doing that because I know that there is an end to this project at some point because it is very time consuming. But let me just show you how to cut these sheets. So you're just going to want to fold that in half. And you'll do this for each one of the sheets that you have. So I fold it in half. Doesn't need to be perfect. We just cut along the whole length of it. And then take one piece, fold that in half lengthwise, give it a cut. And again, lengthwise, give it a cut. And again, lengthwise, another cut. And then I like to take it down even more, one more time, to make these thin little strips. So you're going to be needing a lot of these strips, but just this size we're looking for here. And I will come back in a second and show you how I kind of organize my strips for this project. All right, now that you've cut all your strips, I hope your hands aren't hurting too much because that is a lot of cutting. This is just a small portion of the strips. I just wanted to give you an idea of how I organize this. So what I do is I separate them all out by color, and then just to make sure I'm being uniform in the creation of my garland and I don't have too many colors close to one another and they're just kind of spread out, I will just take one piece from every pile. You can always take two if you want. Here, sure, we'll use 2 blues in this pile, but just go along and make piles that are kind of evenly distributed for all the colors. And as you can see, I enjoy a nice colorful Christmas tree, but you can do this project with any combination, really. You can use 1 color, 2 colors, 1,000 colors like I have done. I just used any felt random pieces I have laying around my house, and since I own a felt business, that is quite a bit of felt that I've got lying around. So once we've got those piles, I just make up different individual piles like that. You can chuck in a couple extra. The really bright colors, I like to chuck some of those in, not as many as the rest because they're kind of overwhelming, but you can just add as many as you like to each pile. I actually like using this really bright orange as the piece that I tie on around the end of the one section I'm working on, because it gives me a nice idea of how much length I can get out of one's pile, I guess, of ties. So yeah, just go along, add a couple extra, sure, 2 pink, a green, just to make it easier on yourself for when you're crafting this project. All right, so now that we've got a couple piles, I will show you the next step in just a moment. Okay, so if you've got your twine all measured out, be careful if you've got cats, because I have definitely had mine attack this a couple times. Just find your end piece, wherever the heck we put it. I do recommend measuring out your twine in advance, and that way you're not working off the roll. So you'll just pick an end, start at an end, and literally just tie these on. So I just like to work with a pile that I have and just keep tying them on, make sure they're nice and tight, kind of even. It doesn't really matter because this will look beautiful when it's done. It's supposed to look a little haphazard. So I just keep going and push them down so they are all together. And then, yeah, there's some little tricks that I've learned while doing this. Just, you know, if you don't want 2 greens next to one another, then you can just pick another color to have. You can have 2 next to one another, it doesn't really matter. But it's all about artistic flair here with this project. Some of the felt that you purchase might be a bit lighter. Try not to give it too much of a pull, just because you don't want to rip it. And then you can go and kind of twist them to make sure they're all in different angles. But that's it. That's it for this project. Literally just keep tying, and eventually, a few days from now, you will finish this garland. So that's it, guys. Just a nice short video for today. I'll show you the project that I've been working on for several days now to give you an idea of what the finished product looks like. But that is it for our no-sew garland. Let me come back in a moment to show you what the finished product will look like. All right, so I have been tying 4 days before this video, not in between takes, but this is our finished garland here. So you just keep going, keep going. I promise you will finish eventually, but it looks beautiful once it's on the tree, so it's definitely worth all the time and effort. Thank you again, guys, from Felt Mercantile. This was day 17, and we will be back tomorrow with another tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up below. If you have any comments, suggestions for future videos, be sure to leave a comment below as well. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit that little bell alert button so you will keep up to date on all the tutorials we have in the month of December and going forward. So thank you again, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.